Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ashland Middle School for Ashland Legion Baseball, as it is Tuesday, June 20th, and today the 2-1 Ashland Post 77 welcomes an 0-1 Lowell Post 87, and we are set for Ashland Legion action on WACA-TV in Ashland or HCAM Television in Hopkinton. Tom Nappy and Larry Sacklad on the call. Connor Donovan on camera for what should be a great game of Ashland Legion baseball. Stepping in is the first hitter for Lowell, Freddie Kozalski, the center fielder. Jonathan Pessin on the mound for Post 77. It is an 81-degree evening here at Ashland Middle School as the bunt pulled back, and the count is 1-0. Let's take a look at the Post 77 diamond. Jonathan Pessin is the pitcher. Sean Jewett behind the plate. Zach Pessin over at first base. Ethan Tominski at second base as that pitch in there for a strike. At shortstop, it's Jackson Horning. Third base, Dylan O'Leary from left to right. Jake Obid, Brad Seymour, and Ben Thomas for Post 77. The windup and the pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. We'll take a look at the Lowell lineup. Freddie Kozalski, the center fielder, leading things off right now. Max Gilman, the shortstop, batting second. Thomas Crowley, the catcher, batting third. Zach Gishier is in the cleanup role, the left fielder. That pitch is low, 3-1. Mark Beeland, the third baseman, batting fifth. Johnny Donovan, the second baseman, batting sixth. Batting seventh is the pitcher, Matt Smith. Derek Thorold, the first baseman, batting eighth. Chris Ward, the right fielder, batting ninth for Lowell Post 87. As this is hit in the air, high in the air, over to right center. Both fielders ranging over, but making the catch is Brad Seymour. And there is one away in this top of the first.
It's always the center fielder's ball when in doubt.
I'll bring up Max Gilman, the shortstop. First start of the season for Jonathan Pessin. His brother Zach Pessin had a start in that Natick game. That one inside. Corner for a strike, 0-1. Leg lift and the pitch. There's strike two to the lefty. Set to deliver. That one just inside to the right-handed shortstop. 1-2 is the count. 2-2 now.
Jake Obid spent his day at orientation at University of Massachusetts at Amherst and found the dining hall, the world's famous #1 in the country dining hall. He'll be spending quite a bit of time in there, I have a feeling.
That one fouled away. Cloudy skies above us, some ominous-looking clouds, but no rain on the radar according to the HCAM Weather Center, so things look good for this one as that one's out of play. Count remains 2-2. But the weather has been pretty nice this month, especially compared to what it was in May. Just wreaking havoc all high school season long. Up the left side on the ground, glove by the shortstop. Throw to first, no problem. 6-3 goes Gilman, 2 away. I'll bring up the catcher, Thomas Crowley.
Jackson's a slick fielding shortstop. I predict the colleges by next year will be looking at him.
Good hitter as well, as we have seen in this young Post 77 season. Wind up and the pitch, down low.
He's got speed to steal bases as well, so he's at least a 4-tool player.
The 1-0 pitch. Up the middle it goes. Glove once again by the shortstop. Throw to first. And for the second straight time, it's 6-3. 1-2-3 they go. No runs in the top of the first. To the bottom of the inning we go. It's Ashland Legion Baseball on WACA-TV in Ashland or HCAM in Hopkinton. Just about ready for the bottom of the first inning, as Ashland will come up for their first time this evening. Let's take a look at the Ashland batting order. Jackson Horning, the shortstop, leading things off. Ronan Bates, the DH, batting second. Jake Obid is in left field, batting third. Ben Thomas, the right fielder, in the cleanup role. Zach Pessin, the first baseman, batting fifth. Dylan O'Leary, the third baseman, batting sixth. Sean Jewett, the catcher, batting seventh. Brad Seymour, the center fielder, batting eighth. Ethan Tominski, the second baseman, batting ninth. And Jonathan Pessin, the pitcher, odd man out of the batting order. As far as the Lowell Diamond, it's Matt Smith on the mound. Thomas Crowley, the catcher, behind home plate. Derek Therault at first base. Johnny Donovan at second base. Max Gilman, the shortstop, at third base. Mark Beeland. From left to right, Zach Gishier, Freddie Kozalski, and Chris Ward in right field. For Lowell, post 87, who is looking for their first win on the young season. They are 0-1 so far. Most of their players out of the Lowell area, and I believe Lowell had a pretty long run in the high school baseball playoffs as well, so their season got a little bit delayed. As post 77 set to come up, Jackson Horning, the shortstop, leading things off. He was busy defensively in the top half of the first, making two ground-out plays. Matt Smith set to deliver. Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike. Wind up and the pitch. Fouled away. 0-2. Horning will be a junior next year. During the high school season, hit a .419 with the Ashland Clockers. Drove in 17 runs, scored 27, and had a home run to his credit. Wind up and the pitch. Down low.
That looked like a really good pitch, Tom.
1-2 to Horning. Gets the sign he likes and deals. That one low. 2-2.
Smith trying to work with Pessin's landing spot there.
Wind up and the pitch. Up the middle it goes to the second baseman, who bobbles it, and Horning will beat it out. The throw gets away. He's going to head to second. So he reaches on the error, then goes to second on the overthrow. And Ashland has a runner in scoring position with Ronan Bates, the DH, coming up.
A slight bobble by the second baseman. Maybe he lifted his head up and the ball just touched his glove, didn't look it into his glove.
Give him one error on that or two, Larry?
No.
He did bobble it, and then he had the overthrow.
2 errors?
Yeah. Okay. Coach Johnson says 2. We'll go with 2. As Ronan Bates takes strike 1, 0-1 on the DH. I agree with him, though. That's 2 separate mistakes. That's 2 errors. That one's fouled away. 0-2.
Sometimes the infielder will take a look at where the runner is relative to first base, and that causes them to bobble the ball, trying to get it out quick.
Horning, a dangerous base runner as well. Taking a little bit of a lead off of second as that one's fouled away. Smith had a long, nice stare at him.
I like that Jackson is not going back to the bag, which typically runners do. They go back to the bag even when nobody's holding them on. They can cheat an extra step or two.
Ronan Bates also had a big role with the Ashland Clockers 14 and 8 season. He hit a 345 windup and the pitch, and that is fouled away. Runner started taking off from second, but we'll have to go back. Bates scored 20 runs during the high school season, drove in 9, had 5 doubles. Steps back in the right-handed batter's box, takes one up high, 1-2.
Jackson's been taught well as base running.
A little bit windy today at Ashland Middle School. Storms passing to the north of us, hopefully not hitting us. Is that one up high? 2-2. And it has been a stormy few days for Post 77. They had a rain out Friday, and then Saturday was postponed. I don't believe it was due to weather. And then in Sudbury on Monday, they got suspended after 3 innings because of rain, as there is strike 3, 1 away. Breaking pitch gets Bates looking, and that'll bring up Jake Obid with 1 on, 1 out.
The righty hitter, I think Jackson's got a chance to swipe the bag.
There's a strike.
Tough for a catcher to throw around a right-handed hitter. And even tougher trying to hit a moving target, the third baseman.
Runner with a pretty big lead off of second. Smith takes a look at second and deals a breaking pitch for strike 2.
That would have been the pitch to run on that slow breaking ball.
Smith set to deliver. Fouled away into the backstop. Horning once again leading off of second. Smith deals. There's strike 3, gets Obid looking. Second straight strikeout for Matt Smith. I'll bring up Ben Thomas, the cleanup hitter, and the right fielder. Lefty awaits the pitch. Fouled away, 0-1. Ben Thomas is going to be a senior next year. This year for Holliston High School, he batted a 344, scoring 15 runs, driving in 17. Going to try to drive one in right here as that one's up high, 1-1. Shall Thomas reach? It'll be Zach Pessin up next. Runner leading off of second. As this is a little bloop shot, takes a hop in front of the second baseman, throw to first, not in time, everybody's safe. Horning moves up to third, Thomas is safe on the infield single, and that'll bring up Zach Pessin, the first baseman.
Second baseman could have put a little harder charge on that ball. This Thomas is not blessed with greyhound speed.
Smith not showing the, Johnny Donovan not showing the most experience over at that second base position. Zach Pessin steps in. Both runners on the corners, leading off the bags. There's a strike. Zach Pessin hit a 292 for Holliston High School this spring. Lineup and the pitch. Fouled away. 0-2. Played in 18 games during the regular season. Scored 6 runs, drove in 11. Both runners on the corners leading off. Smith looks at first. Lineup and the pitch. Upstairs, the throw up, and the steal attempt is going to be caught. Thomas caught stealing, And that will be the third out of the first inning. And we will head to the second. It is scoreless between Lowell and Ashland. Top of the second inning, 4, 5, and 6 due up for Lowell. Zach Gishier, the left fielder, to start things off, followed by Mark Beelan, the third baseman, and Johnny Donovan, the second baseman. Jonathan Pessin set for his second inning of work after a 1-2-3 first inning. As this is hit in the air, it is in foul territory. Is it catchable? Yes, it is. Dylan O'Leary makes the play. That'll bring up Mark Beelan, the third baseman. Ashland post 77, led by head coach Derek Johnson. His second year of service with the team. No one outside. As this is hit up the middle, that'll get through for a base hit. And Beeland is aboard, a one-out single. For Lowell post 87, they are led by head coach Billy Martell, assisted by Kyle Lath and Nick Ryan. As that'll bring up Johnny Donovan, the second baseman. Hit in the air to left field, a high fly ball. Ranging under it to make the catch is Obid, and he will throw it in quickly to keep Beeland at first. A good play in left field. 2 away, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Matt Smith. Runner leading off of first. Pitch is low. Good block by Jewett behind the plate. One and 0. Wind up behind the pitch. Runner taking off from first. The throw up is going to be not in time. I don't know about that one, Larry.
Well, I think he got him on the chest. Didn't get his glove down on the bag. Always better to put your glove in front of the bag and let them slide into it rather than get them on some part of their uniform.
All right, I'll take your word for that one.
Gonna have to.
We don't have the review system up and running yet.
All right, if you want to put it in replay, you can put it in replay.
I agree with you, though. The attempted tag was in the chest area, so the ump did have a good view of it, so I think he must be right, as there's a strike.
I don't know who has more velocity on his pitches. Zach Pessin, the younger Pessin.
2-2 pitch. As this is hit up the line and handled by O'Leary. Looks like he got that towards the top of the bat. And that will wrap up the top of the second inning. We will head to the bottom of the second. Lowell and Ashland are scoreless. A defensive change for Lowell post 87. The left fielder, Zach Gishier, has moved over to second base. And the starting second baseman, Johnny Donovan, has swapped into left field. And that comes after Donovan made a couple of errors on the same play in the first inning. And also bobbled another pitch, or another hit as well. So I think that was a pretty smart move by Coach Martell. Almost cost him a run in that first inning. So they're hoping to fix that problem pretty quickly as Zach Pessin, the first baseman, steps in 5, 6, and 7 for post 77. That one's fouled away, 0-1.
I think Smith has got to work out that pitcher's mound area to get a spot that he wants to land in. He does have excellent velocity and nice leg extension.
Wind up in the pitch. There's strike 2. Smith has 2 strikeouts so far. Both of them came looking. Hit in the air, in foul territory. Is it catchable? No. Count remains 0-2.
You got the book on Smith as whether he's a college boy or whether he just graduated high school?
I do not. There's not a lot of rosters available for Zone 5 right now. They're working on their website as that one's upstairs. So we have to kind of just rely on the information we get from the coaches before the game.
Well, they've got to July 20th or so to do that.
Hit in the air, a high fly ball to right field, and it is bobbled and dropped. So Pessin will reach on the error. Ward had a range over to make that play, but it was right in his glove, just could not hold on, and Dylan O'Leary will come up with one on.
Can't blame it on the sun. There is none right now.
Right.
Just was a little lax on that ball.
Third error of the game for Lowell as the lefty steps in.
You're not going to give Donovan 3 errors in that last inning?
There's a strike.
I don't want to be cruel or anything, but
Well,
2 errors on that one play, and then
no, I give that a single. He didn't touch the ball. He just did not run fast enough to get to it. He underplayed it. Checking at first, and the throw is going to get away. Pessin's going to take off and head to second, and he might go to third. He'll stay put at second. Probably the right call there. But taking advantage of the situation. Runner in scoring position, no outs.
nice backup by Matt Smith, backing up third base. A potential throw. The boys in the dugout wanted Pessin to run for it. Run to third, that is.
Wind up and the pitch. Swinging strike there, blows it by him 0-2. From the stretches, Smith, runner leading off of second. Deals outside to O'Leary. 1-2. Runner leading off of second. Upstairs, 2-2.
I don't think Pessin will be going anywhere. Catcher looks like he's got a pretty good hose, and with Dylan O'Leary up.
There's strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Matt Smith. I'll bring up Sean Jewett, the catcher.
He might be my team dirt dog. He's been impressive behind the plate.
Be a junior next year at Holliston High School. That one's fouled away. Did not get much experience this year for the Holliston team. Only played in 2 games and got 2 at-bats. But getting all kinds of experience here with Post 77.
You know how difficult it is to find a good catcher.
Right, and he's been solid behind the plate. Had a great throw today and nearly caught Beelan stealing. As this is hit in the air, foul territory, and it'll drop.
Good effort by the third baseman. Had to come a long way for that.
And he almost got to it. The 0-2 pitch. Smith set to deal. Upstairs it goes.
That got away from him a little bit. It was almost to the backstop.
Due up next is Brad Seymour. Runner leading off of second. There's strike 3. Got him looking. A breaking pitch right in there. Fourth strikeout of the day for Matt Smith.
Looks like he's got a couple different breaker balls, a slow one and a biting one. That was a slow one.
There's a fastball low, 1-0. Runner leading off of second. Smith deals. Looked like he was trying to check his swing, but couldn't hold. 1-1. Smith set to deliver. Up the left side and dropped by the third baseman. Runner will hold at third. And with 2 outs, there's runners on the corners. We'll give that a single. That's a tough play to make in an awkward roll. But it's certainly go either way, I think, with that one.
Well, I thought it was relatively easy, but this is not their home field.
Got to give Ashland a hit here and there. Ethan Tominski will step in.
It's like Lowell has the case of the bobbles.
Runner taking off from first, and there will be no throw up. Smart move by Thomas Crowley. I think he knew exactly what Post 77 was trying to do there. They were going to send Pessin home. Wind up and the pitch. Down low.
Another good block by the catcher.
Yeah, you got 2 pretty good catchers in this game, that's for sure. Wind up and the pitch. As this is chopped up the right side and caught by the first baseman who had a back pedal. And that will wrap up the second inning. We are scoreless as we head to the top of the third on WACA and HCAM. Top of the third inning. 8-9-1 due up for Lowell. Derek Thorold, the first baseman, Chris Ward, the right fielder, and Freddie Kozalski, the center fielder, to face Jonathan Pessin, who has pitched pretty solid in the first 2 innings. And there is warm-up action going on behind us.
Looks like Tom Onsi.
There's a strike.
Sporting some new facial hair. College.
Pessin gets the sign and deals. Nice breaking pitch there. Had the batter fooled. 0-2. That one had a big drop to it. Leg lift and the pitch. Up the left side, gloved by O'Leary. Throw to first, got him.
Got him by half a step. Showed pretty good speed for a big guy.
Chris Ward, the right fielder, will now step in. Wind up and the pitch. Breaking pitch up high, 1-0.
Wasn't quite as sharp with that breaking pitch. Must have been a slip.
He deals. That one upstairs, 2-0.
Jewett didn't even bother jumping out of his crouch. You know that was airmailed.
Lowell Post 87 went to the state tournament last season. And they had a pretty deep run as well. As this is hit in the air, that'll drop into left field in front of Obid. And that is a 1-out single for the right fielder, Chris Ward. That'll bring up Freddie Kozalski, the center fielder. Lowell went 17-2 overall. They won Zone 5 last season. They went 3-0 in the double elimination playoffs. Runner leading off of first. There's a strike to the leadoff hitter.
Looked like a little slide step from Pessin.
Pittsfield Post 68 beat Lowell in the state final in 2015, and they beat Lowell in the playoffs last year. As there's a strike, 0-2. Lowell would love to have another shot at a state tournament run. Runner leading off of first as this is hit in the air. A high fly ball to center field. Ranging over to make the catch is Seymour. Runner will stay put at first. 2 away, 1 on. Max Gilman to the plate. Runner leading off of first.
Looks like Coach Johnson's got a spray chart there.
And this is up the left side. That'll trickle into left field, and that's going to be a 2-out base hit for Gilman. 2 on, 2 outs. Ward up to second. That'll bring up the third hitter in the lineup, catcher Thomas Crowley. Three hits so far for Lowell. Both runners leading off. That one low, and a nice job by Jewett behind the plate. Wind up in the pitch. Up the left side, slow roller, glove by the shortstop, throw to first, got him. Nice play by Horning. The 6-3 will retire the side in the top of the third. To the bottom of the inning we go. Lowell and Ashland are scoreless at Ashland Middle School. Bottom of the third inning, top of the order for Post 77, Jackson Horning, Ronan Bates, and Jake Obid to face Matt Smith, who so far on this evening has 4 strikeouts. Lowell has been plagued by errors, 4 errors for Lowell. They're certainly going to have to tone it down a little bit defensively, as that one's up high.
Sean Babineau warming up right behind me, the lefty.
Wind up in the pitch. Hit in the air, a high fly ball to right field, battling the sun a little bit, but making the catch is Chris Ward. 1 away. I'll bring up Ronan Bates, the DH. The designated hitter steps in. Leg lift and the pitch. Upstairs. Set to deliver. And this is up the middle, just by the pitcher, glove by the second baseman, throw to first, he got him.
4-3.
2 away, and Jake Obid will step in. That was Johnny Donovan, who started the game at left field, now over at second base. Wind up and the pitch. Upstairs.
Ashland so far is making it easy for Smith. Might want to use a patience approach.
Set to deliver. And this is up the left side. That drops in past the left fielder. It goes, and rounding first over to second, still tracking it down in left field. He'll throw it to the cutoff man, and Obid's going to end up at third base. So, sorry, Larry. I'll give Obid a single on that, and then the third on the error.
It's closer play at third than I thought.
Yeah, very close. It ended up hitting him in the leg, but he slid and knocked the base away from him. But he clearly hit the base first, so a good call. But with 2 outs, Obid over at third. Ben Thomas, the cleanup hitter, to step in. Thomas reached on a single, his only time up in this game in the first inning.
Looks like the left fielder was hoping for a hop, trying to read it, and it went right under his glove.
Wind up and the pitch. And it will roll quite a bit if you let it by you out there. That one's fouled away. 328 to the left field fence, 360 to center. Then over to right field. It's in the 340s. Wind up and the pitch. There's a called strike, 1-2.
Babineau's preparing with his stretch with his legs, so he may be going in this inning.
Up the middle, takes a couple hops on the grass, and it is going to be a no play for the shortstop, and a run will score. Obid scores as Glishier just could not get it out of his glove. An RBI single for Ben Thomas. 1-0 post 77, and now Zach Pessin will step in. Runner leading off of first. That one is low. Wind up and the pitch. Fouled away. Well, with this pitching matchup so far, Larry, looks like this game could be determined by who makes the mistakes, and right now it's Lowell making the mistakes.
Whoever makes the fewest errors wins the game might be the Obid just smiled.
Up the middle it goes, and that'll get by the shortstop. Everyone's going to be safe. Thomas up to second. Pessin over to first. That one took an awkward bounce, but I'll give him a single on that one.
Well,
it's debatable, however.
Same infield for both teams.
And now the head coach and the catcher will come out and talk to Matt Smith, and it's got to be tough for Smith because he's throwing a good game, but it's really his field that's making a lot of mistakes. Already 5 errors in the ball game for Lowell.
I don't mean to chuckle. Some of those have been really tough plays, but he went to his backhand on that, just didn't get it, and he went to the forehand and was able to stop a ball from going into center field.
We'll see if Dylan O'Leary can take advantage of the situation as he is set to step in.
Ashland's left 4 base runners on, 2 in each of the first 2 innings.
Smith dealing from the stretch. Both runners leading. That one inside, 1-0. That one outside, 2-0. It'll get by the catcher, and both runners are going to advance one. The pass ball allows Thomas and Pessin to both advance. It's now Pessin at second, Thomas at third.
Dylan can make some hay here with a base hit.
Wind up and the pitch. Outside, inside and low, 3-0.
He'll have a take sign on, I'm quite sure of that.
Absolutely. 2 outs in the inning, 2 on. That one is a strike, I guess, 3-1. And there's the walk. Good eye by O'Leary, and now you got bases loaded. 2 outs, however. Sean Jewett, the catcher, to the plate. Let's take a look at the District 5 standings. Natick 3-0 on the season. Waltham is 2-0. Sudbury 2-0. Ashland 2-1. North Chelmsford 2-2. Billerica 1-1. More after this pitch. That one is low. 1-0. Newton 1-3. Medford 1-3. Lowell is 0-1. And Hudson 0-3. Those are the District 5 Legion baseball standings. As this is hit in the air, and that is going to range over to the right side and be caught in foul territory by Derek Therault, the first baseman. And despite the fact the bases were loaded, no runs will come out of that last series, but they did plate one in the inning, and it is a 1-0 post-77 lead as we head to the fourth. Top half of the fourth inning. A 1-0 lead for Ashland. A new pitcher for post-77. Sean Babineau is in the game to take over for Jonathan Pessin. And Pessin pitched a solid 3 innings. But he will come out. It could be because of the loaded post-77 schedule this week. They play tomorrow, Friday, and Sunday coming up. As Zach Gishier, the second baseman who started the game at left fielder, will step in. He flew out his last time up.
Ashland's left 7 men on base the first 3 innings, so it could be much different score.
That one is low, 1-0. Wind up and the pitch. And this is chopped up the right side, foul, 1-1. 4, 5, and 6 this inning for Lowell. Wind up and the pitch. That one low, 2-1. Babineau, a pretty hard thrower. 4 post-77. As this one is a fair ball on the dirt. The throw up the line, he got him. Nice play by Jewett. 1-3 on the out, or 2-3, excuse me. And that'll bring up Mark Beeland.
Jewett did everything right on that one. Popped out of his crouch, flung off the mask, grabbed the ball, and threw it to first base. I really like that kid.
Check swing, couldn't hold. There's a strike. And he is certainly turning into a very solid catcher. And I'm not quite sure about his Holliston history. Perhaps he caught a number of games and just wasn't in the batting order, which is why he doesn't have those hitting stats. 0-2. And I'm getting word that he played on JV most of the season. As this is chopped into center field, that'll drop in for a base hit.
Ball had a lot of blood on that one.
1 out single. That'll bring up Johnny Donovan.
That Lowell base runner better not stray too far because Babineau has an excellent move to first base.
Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike. Donovan flew out his last time up in the second inning. Runner leading off of first. Swinging strike there. Throw up the line. Almost got him. Runner back safe.
In a 1-run game, I don't recommend back picking. Only bad things can happen.
And check over at first. He's got him picked off. And now the throw to second. They got him with ease. 2 away. And there you go, Larry. Just exactly what you said. Look out for Babineau's pickoff move. There's a prime example.
It's very difficult for a hitter to pick up, especially if he got a sign to go on first move. But I think it was an outright pick.
Wind up in the pitch. Upstairs. 1-2. Babineau graduated Ashland High School in 2016. As this is going to be handled by Babineau. The flip to first, not a problem. 1-3 on the out. And we will head to the bottom of the fourth. Post 77 leading Lowell 1-0 on HCAM in Hopkinton or WACA-TV in Ashland. Bottom of the fourth inning, 8-9-1 for Post 77. Brad Seymour, the center fielder, to start things off, followed by Ethan Tominski, the second baseman, and Jackson Horning, the shortstop. Matt Smith still in the game for Lowell. And he has set the deal. He's pitched a relatively good game, but Lowell has been in a little bit of trouble due to errors as that pitch low, 1-0.
Be nice if they could build up some runs for Babineau.
That one low as well, 2-0.
Smith seems to self-correct if he throws a couple balls really low, comes back with a strike.
Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike. 2-1.
Just like that.
Set to deal. And this is going to be right back to the pitcher. Flip to first, no problem.
We score that 1-3, Tom?
1-3. Ethan Tominski will step in. Tominski, of course, out of Ashland High School. He's played second base, shortstop. Can play a number of positions. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch. And that is tipped foul. The 0-2 pitch. That is low, 1-2. Set to deliver. That's fouled away. Count remains 1-2.
We talked about this earlier off air about second baseman and their size. He's 5'7", 128 pounds.
Good eye there. 2-2 is the count. And this is hit in the air, right side, foul out of play. Shade now starting to cover the entire baseball diamond. A little bit of sun left in right field, but not too much. That one upstairs. Good eye there. Full count. And this has been a relatively lengthy affair. Got off to a little bit of a late start. As this is up the middle, just past the pitcher, takes a couple of awkward hops and then bounces off the arm of the second baseman, and Tominski is aboard with a one-out single.
Would never have got him anyway.
Nope, too much speed coming up the line, and that'll bring up Jackson Horning. Horning 0 for 2 today, reached on an error in the first and flew out in the third.
Coach Johnson giving him the signs over at first base. He's got a pretty healthy lead over there.
Certainly a threat. Checking at first. He slides back.
He got back really easy, so he may cheat and get an extra half a step.
Minsky was another JV guy at Ashland for the most part, as this is hit in the air to deep right center, and that'll drop in front of both fielders, and Tominski will be held up at third, and it is going to be second and third with one out for post 77. Horning tattooed that ball out there, and it looked like it was going to end up more of a shallow hit, but then just kind of drifted further into the outfield. And it is a double for Horning.
And that's the reason why the colleges will be around here next year to look at Jackson, showing off his power.
As they should be. Quite an impressive player on both sides of the ball. Great sound defensive shortstop and a very good hitter. And I'd imagine Matt Smith will stay in the game here, the coach talking to him, giving him some words of confidence along with the post 87 infield. Now you have Ronan Bates stepping in, the DH, pretty dangerous hitter. One out, two on. Runners on second and third. Strike one.
Smith pitching out of the full windup. Runners on second and third.
Smith deals. Upstairs it goes. The 1-1. Swinging strike blazes it by him, 1-2.
Catcher took a quick look at Tominski. See how far he got down the line.
Upstairs. No warm-up action for Lowell.
I'm not sure what the catcher was going to throw down. His body is in a 90-degree angle.
That pitch took an awkward dip for ball three. 3-2. And that is hit in the air, foul out of play.
Catcher doesn't have to be in that 90-degree angle with runners at second and third. He's got to worry about just blocking the ball.
Wind up in the pitch. Strike three. Bates didn't like it. He thought he had the walk. 2 away, and that will bring up Jake Obid, the left fielder, who's 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored a run in the third. Now the coach back out, and it looks like we might have a pitching change here. Or maybe not, just a discussion, but he did signal towards right field, and I think, yeah, we are going to have a change. It looks like the right fielder is going to come in and maybe pitch. Or perhaps, yeah, we're going to have a change here. So while we have a pitching change, we'll take a timeout. It is 2 outs for post 77. They have runners on second and third. It's Ashland Legion Baseball on WACA-TV in Ashland or HCAM at Hopkinton. New pitcher for Lowell post 87. The right fielder Chris Ward takes over. And the starting pitcher Matt Smith now playing right field. Jake Obid at the plate. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners on second and third. Wind up and the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Pretty surprising they took out Matt Smith. He was pitching well this game and looked like he might be able to get out of that jam. But they made the change. We'll see if it works. 1-1.
He might have been on some type of pitch count based on their schedule. Looks like the Ashland coach is going to try and cobble at least 2 guys together.
That one low. 2-1. Yeah, with a few rainouts for everyone throughout the zone, there is certainly a lot of games coming up in the next couple of weeks. That one low, 3-1. For those of you just joining us, you're tuned into Ashland Legion Baseball. Tom Nappy, Larry Sacklad on the call. A 1-0 lead for Post 77. Matt Gazzard on camera. Connor Donovan had to take off. He had another commitment as that one's fouled away. So we brought in the relief cameraman. Full count now on Obed. Ben Thomas due up next. That one low, and that is going to be a walk. Ball briefly got away from the catcher, Crowley. Base is now loaded with 2 outs, and the cleanup hitter, Ben Thomas, to the plate. He's having a good day, 2 for 2 at the plate. Also has an RBI. Trying to add on to this 1-0 lead. Upstairs it goes, 1-0.
With a side armor, they don't get quite as much time to look at the pitch, as his pitching arm is hidden behind his back.
Lefty awaits the pitch. Inside, 2-0.
He may get an RBI for not even swinging the bat.
Yeah, right now I'm holding the bat with the 2-0 count. Unless I see something you just can't resist. And he saw that one up the first baseline. Glove by the first baseman. He'll tag the bag. And that will wrap up the inning. After 4 innings of play, it is Ashland Post 77 1, Lowell Post 87 0. It's Ashland Legion Baseball on HCAM and WACA. Top of the 5th inning. Lowell coming up to the plate. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Matt Smith, who took over in right field after starting the game on the mound, up at the plate. Takes ball 1. As he is going to foul that one away, 1-1. Sean Babineau out for his 2nd inning of work. Leg lift and the pitch. That one outside, 2-1. Smith, Thuralt, and Ward due up for Post 87. That's fouled away, 2-2. Wind up and the pitch. That one's fouled away. Good battle going on here.
Nice breaking pitch, looked like from here. Babineau must have been schooled in the art of pitching, because at 145 pounds, he's got a hose for an arm.
Leg lift and the pitch. Up the middle, takes a hop on the infield grass. What a play by the shortstop. The throw not there in time, but wow. Horning to even get to that ball. That was unbelievable.
He had to put on the brakes, then put up his hand, got it, and still had a chance to throw him out.
If you made that play, that is the defensive play of the season right there. Derek Thuralt will step in. Runner on first, no outs.
Let's see how much of a lead the Lowell runners want to get with Babineau over there.
Babineau already picked someone off. There's a bunt, foul. Oh, and 1 on Thuralt. Thuralt looking up the line at his coach, getting the call.
Dylan O'Leary in.
Runner taking off. It's a bunt. Infield grass picked up by Babineau. He turns around, and the throw a little bit off the mark, but a great job by Pessin keeping his foot on the bag.
I thought he was safe myself, but
Nope.
You'll have to go into the replay booth. I think he pulled his foot off the bag.
I was watching his foot. I think it stayed.
All right. We'll agree to disagree. I thought I saw daylight.
We'll have to watch the tape. Chris Ward, who took over on the mound and came in from right field to step in. Runner now on second with one out. Lefty Sean Babineau set to deal. And that is foul towards the Lowell bench. Coach had to hop out of the way. Set to deal, looks at second, runner leading off. Breaking pitch, nice drop there, but dropped too low, 1-1.
Tumaniski needs to keep that runner close, at least clap his glove or throw some dirt on the.
And this is going to go up the right side, glove by the first baseman, flip to Babineau, 2 away. 3-1 on that ground out.
He took a good angle to the bag, just like a college player would do. Plenty of pitcher's fielding practice, PFP.
Smith did move up to third. Freddie Kozalski, the leadoff hitter and center fielder at the plate now.
Lefty-lefty matchup.
There's a strike.
Babineau does drop down a little bit.
That one low. 1-1. That one low as well, 2-1. Strike 2, grab the inside corner. Babineau delivers. Swinging strike, and he got him. That will retire the side on the top of the fifth. It is a 1-0 post-77 lead as they are coming up next on the bottom of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth inning. Post-77 back up at the plate. 5, 6, and 7 to come up. Zach Pessin will start things off, the first baseman. Out for his second inning of work on the mound, it's Chris Ward.
The sidewinder.
And he is set to deal. That one upstairs. Zach Pessin, Dylan O'Leary, and Sean Jewett do up this inning. Leg lift and the pitch. Fouled away into the umpire. And he'll walk that one off. Yep.
Catcher doing his thing.
Looks like he took that right in the chest area. Or maybe the arm.
Yeah, he's waving his left hand. His right hand, excuse me.
Yeah, right off the arm it went. But he's okay.
He appreciates the catcher's courtesy. Taps him on the back.
Wind up and the pitch. Swinging strike. 1-2.
For young sidearm pitchers, if you can't find the strike zone, it's going to be very difficult to find it.
And this is popped up. Infield grass. First baseman ranging over. Makes the catch. 1 away. Dylan O'Leary will step in. Called the pitcher off of that one and make the catch. Leg lift and the pitch. Inside, 1-0.
As a Hopkinton Hiller, he may have had a chance for live BP against Cole Dragsbeck. It was a sidewinder.
Lefty deals to the lefty, and it's inside. Wind up and the pitch. Swinging strike. Lays that one by him. Set to deliver. There's strike two. 2-2. Ward deals. Just low, full count. The decisive pitch. In there for strike three, 2 away.
Dylan O'Leary certainly didn't think so.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan of that call. Sean Jewett will step in. Wind up and the pitch. Breaking pitch inside, 1-0. It's turned into more of a pitcher's duel these last few innings.
Well, Ashland hasn't helped itself with leaving 9 men on.
That's certainly true. Swinging strike there on a nasty breaking ball, 1-1.
Just can't plate him tonight.
Wind up and the pitch. Up the left side along the line. Bobbled by the third baseman, and there will be no play as Jewett will reach. Tough play to make in either case.
You always say that, Tom. Tough play, tough play, tough play.
Well, that wasn't an easy play.
All right.
What are you giving that one?
Base hit.
We'll go with you on this.
Base hit.
That's what I'm giving it to. Brad Seymour will step in. I got him down for 5 errors. That's pretty good. Runner leading off of first. There's a strike. Seymour 1 for 2 today. Singled and stole a base in the second. Grounded out in the fourth.
Be nice to see what his pickoff move is. He gets a little extra half step over there. If he even has a pickoff move.
Big lead from first. And that is foul. 0-2.
You like to see the pickoff move. Guys on the bench should know what he's got and what he doesn't have.
Runner once again leading off of first. That one is foul.
Off his foot again. He's going to have to see Dr. Scholl.
Just past 7:30. And you have to think if this game continues to be a lengthy affair, daylight could become an issue. As that one's fouled away. Wind up and the pitch. That one's fouled away. Good battle here. Count remains 0-2.
Fouled off into those packed bleachers over there on the Lowell side.
Ward from the stretch. Jewett leading off of first. There's strike three, got him looking. And that will wrap up the fifth. To the sixth we go. It is 1-0 Ashland leading Lowell. Top of the sixth inning, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Lowell Post 87. Max Gilman, Thomas Crowley, and Zach Gishier. As a shortstop, will step in. He's 1 for 2 today, grounded out and singled. Sean Babineau out there for his 3rd inning of work today. A 1-0 Ashland lead. Wind up and the pitch. Outside. A 1-0 pitch. And that is fouled away. The 1-1. Low. 2-1. That one fouled away. 2-2. Off the catcher. I believe it went off his mask, and Jewett's going to take a minute to come out and talk with Babineau. I think Jewett got shooken up a little bit by that one.
I think he's out there for a little bit of a rest, but I can't imagine him playing JV all season. With all the rainouts they had in May, to have their varsity catcher play it all.
As this is hit in the air, a high fly ball, foul out of play.
Especially with the skills he's shown me so far.
Yeah, he's been impressive. And this is down third baseline, foul. Count remains 2-2. Wind up and the pitch. Inside, that'll fill it up.
Just a little bit inside.
Babineau deals. And this is hit in the air right side, and that'll drop down, and it is going to be foul. Count remains full.
I don't know whether Babineau is on a pitch count. Coach Johnson, at the end of the last inning, said he was at 26.
Full count pitch. And this is up the left side. Glove by O'Leary. Throw to first. Got him. 5-3 on the first out. And I'll bring up Thomas Crowley, the catcher. Crowley 0 for 2 so far today. Grounded out to short both times. Babineau delivers. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Leg lift and the pitch. Strike 2.
Gassed him.
Nasty stuff. Babineau gets the sign. There it is, strike 3. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, it was a mismatch there.
Zach Gishier to step in. Babineau with 2 strikeouts this evening. Came in the 4th. As this is hit in the air, that'll drop down in right field for a base hit. Gishier going to round first, but stay put. A 2-out single.
Nice job by Taminsky going out there to get the cut.
It's the 6th hit of the ball game for Lowell. Mark Beelan, the third baseman, due up. Umpire calls time to brush off home plate. Wind up and the pitch. Strike 1. Babineau looks at first, runner leading off. Lefty deals. Up the middle, right back to Babineau. He'll take a stroll over to first. The flip, no problem. 1-3 goes Beeland, and that will wrap up the top of the sixth. We will head to the bottom of the inning. Ashland leading 1-0. Bottom of the sixth inning, 9-1 and 2 due up for post 77. Ethan Tominski, the second baseman, to start things off, followed by Jackson Horning, the shortstop, and Ronan Bates, the DH. Chris Ward out there for his third inning of work. Lineup and the pitch. There's a strike. 0-1. Ward has pitched. Ward has actually only pitched 1 1/3, as this is hit in the air to right field, and arranging in to make the catch is the right fielder, Matt Smith, one away. That'll bring up Jackson Horning.
He crushed the ball the last time he was up.
Hit a long double. There's a strike. And that inning, post 77 left the bases loaded. That was the fourth inning. They've left 10 men on base so far in this one. We'll see if it comes back to bite them. As this is up the right side, past the first baseman, and that is going to be a base hit for Horning. A one-out single. Ronan Bates to step in.
I want to say that was an E3. He
Through?
did an Olay.
I wasn't sure if that went through his leg or by him.
He just did the Olay.
All right, we'll give him the error. Got to even out the errors, right?
Right, I mean, half a dozen errors is a nice number.
They must have a pretty rough fielding percentage. Bates looking for his first hit today. Runner leading off of first. Slices that one foul, 0-2.
I'm not sure how much experience the young man at first base has had. He doesn't get a hard shuffle off when the pitcher goes to the plate. Just a step or two.
Ward looks over at first. Big lead by the speedy Horning. He's taking off. Swinging strike, and that is going to be out number 2. Horning does end up at second.
Runner in scoring position again.
Obid to the plate. Having a pretty good day. 1 for 2 at the plate. Walked, singled, and scored a run. Takes ball 1.
On his single, there was a 2-base error by the left fielder, one right under his glove.
Horning leading off of second. Outside, 2-0. If Obid reaches, Ben Thomas due up. Wind up and the pitch. Outside it goes. 3-0.
It'd be tough to throw out Jackson. He's getting a really, really greedy lead over there at second base. Catcher would have to pop up and throw around Obid.
Set to deliver. There's strike 1.
Wanted to pull the trigger on that pitch. He's a little bit upset with himself.
Checking at second, runner back safe.
Pretty decent spin move. But I think Jackson will just get that greedy lead again.
Set to deal. There's a called strike.
I think Coach Johnson's going to send Jackson on this pitch.
Full count pitch. There's strike 3. He got him. And we will head to the top of the 7th. Lowell down to their final 3 outs. It is a 1-0 post 77 lead on HCAM or WACA in Ashland. Top of the 7th inning. Lowell Post 87 down to their final 3 outs, trailing 1-0. Sean Babineau back out there to try to close it out. And stepping in is Johnny Donovan, the left fielder. He takes strike 1. Now Lowell has made 6 errors on the day, and Johnny Donovan has made 3 of them, and he is at the plate with a chance to turn it all around here if he can get on base and score the game-tying run. The 0-2 pitch, fouled away.
Coach Johnson has already ordered his guys no double, so that'll bring the first baseman in on the corner. Dylan O'Leary on the line. And the outfielder's playing a little bit deeper.
And he pops this one up, and it's caught by the second baseman, 1 away. Now Ashland has left 11 runners on base, but they are 2 outs away from claiming the victory as Matt Smith will step in. Strike 1. Babineau deals. Fouled away, 0-2. This game's been a pretty lengthy affair, approaching the 2-hour mark. Wind up and the pitch. Upstairs, 1-2.
Good waste pitch. Make him chase. Oh, I thought he was going to get rung up there.
Yeah, that could have went either way. 2-2. There it is. And that is 2 outs. Smith not happy. And it is up to Derek Thoralt to keep this game going.
Jewett picked that out of the dirt. Didn't have to throw down at first.
Ashland trying to improve to 3-1 on the young season. Strike 1.
That's a beautiful breaking pitch right there. I think he was looking for dead red.
Fouled away.
Down to their last strike. Babineau might be at 40 or 45 pitches.
Well, between Jonathan Pesson and Sean Babineau, they have pitched a gem. And there is strike 3. The throwdown, no problem. He got him, and that is the ball game. Despite leaving 11 runners on, Ashland Post 77 gets the 1-0 victory over Lowell Post 87. Pretty impressive stuff, to say the least. And there certainly was not a whole lot of offensive action, so we can get to the recap right now. The only run of the ball game was scored in the bottom of the 3rd. Jake Obid singled, and then Ben Thomas came up and drove him in with an RBI single of his own. That was the only run of the game. Jonathan Pess and Sean Babineau combined to pitch a gem. Babineau ended up coming in relief in the 4th inning, and he pitched 4 innings of the ball game, and he pitched shutout baseball those 4 innings and struck out 4 hitters. And Pessin, the starter, also pitched very well. He gave up 4 hits, but was able to get out of every jam he was put in. And this was a tough victory for Post 77, but they certainly earned it as they grabbed the 1-0 victory over Lowell Post 87. Lowell falls to 0-2 on the season. Ashland is now 3-1. The final score for the final time, Ashland defeats Lowell by a final score of 1-0. Ashland scores 1 run on 8 hits, commits no errors. Lowell scores no runs on 6 hits and commits 6 errors. Fielding was a big part of the problems for Lowell today, but Post 77 with the big, well-needed victory. For Matt Gazzard on camera, my broadcast partner Larry Sacklad, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching this broadcast of Ashland Legion Baseball, and we will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.